Vermont lawmakers are entering their first week of overtime.
The legislative session is budgeted for 18 weeks. Today marks the start of week 19. It will cost an extra $300,000 in taxpayer dollars a week as the work continues in Montpelier.
NBC5's James Maloney is live outside of the Vermont State House now. James, how much longer are lawmakers planning to stay?
Well, guys, at this point, it's still unclear, and a big reason for that is because that we are still lacking consensus on education reform.
Anything you can share?
Senate leaders and staff with the governor leaving a closed-door meeting Monday about the impasse on education reform. A member of Scott's office said off-camera it's about how to avoid a veto, but at this point, there's no deal yet.
My hope is that people will see a breakthrough pretty soon.
I'm really hopeful that we can bring in some other voices and make that a truly transformative bill.
Weeks ago, the House passed a bill on the next steps for education reform and would make school consolidation voluntary. That's a non-starter for the governor, who believes consolidation should not be optional in order to change the education finance system. The Senate, with similarities to the House bill, hasn't passed yet. In a statement, the governor's office says the Senate version moves in the right direction, but there is still time to make changes to the bill that transforms the system in a way that moves Vermont away from having the highest cost system with the worst outcomes compared to all other states in America. The House is expected to double its workload this week with the goal to adjourn on Friday, but there is still no date set for adjournment in the Senate. And there are other measures in addition to education reform that aren't finished yet.
I would be very surprised if the House did adjourn on Friday. We just have too much work left to do.
In a statement, Speaker of the House Jill Kerwinski says she's working with House leaders, the Senate, and governor to do everything the body can to adjourn on Friday. And they will continue with the Senate to get their top priorities to the governor's desk, including the education transformation bill. Now, that education bill is expected to be on the Senate floor this week. I've been told that a potential amendment could be added to it on the floor. Not sure what that amendment is or exactly what it would seek to accomplish. Live in Montpelier, James Maloney, NBC5 News.